you're a beginner walking into the gym for the first time, it can feel a little overwhelming. In this video, I'm gonna show you guys the 6 machines that actually matter and the rest you can skip. The first machine that we're gonna use is the lat pull down machine. When we're talking about back exercises or really any part of our body, you wanna do 2 different movements. For instance, for the back exercises, we wanna do a horizontal movement and a vertical movement. The lat pull down is our vertical movement. I'm gonna show you guys how to use this. The key thing that you wanna focus on is trying to put your elbows into your back pocket when you do the exercise. That way you'll feel it a little bit more in your back. And then also, if you begin to feel this in your forearms, you can change the way the grip is. You can take your thumbs out of the equation and just use your fingers in case you are feeling it a little bit more in the forearms. If you are feeling a little bit more ambitious, I personally would recommend using the cable lat pull down instead of the machine. The reason why is because you get a little bit more bicep action when you do an underhand grip. When we do an underhand grip, we're working a little bit more of our biceps compared to using the machine where we're forced into that prone grip or our palms down. We have the same options when we go to our next exercise, the machine row. The lat pull down is our vertical pull. What about our horizontal one? That's where we go to the machine row. Pretty simple setup. I would recommend adjusting this pad to where you can get a nice stretch whenever you do this exercise. If you have the pad too close, you're not going to get the full range of motion that you could if it was further back. The key thing when you're doing this exercise is when you are doing the contraction, you make sure you pinch your shoulder blades together and you come back. Just like the machine row, the cable row can be a much better option. However, there's a little bit more nuance to the cable row compared to the machine row. Benefit of the machine row is you have that pad in front of you. And when you have this pad to support you, you can really use your body to dig into it and pull the weight. Now with the cable, you don't have that. However, the benefit of using these is you can use a lot more grips. As you can see, it's already loaded up with the neutral grip that you can use. But if you want to put a little bit more emphasis on your rear delts and mid back, you can also use a prone grip or a wide palm grip or a neutral wide grip. Being able to change the attachments really helps develop your back. Our pushing exercises have the same setup as the pulling exercises, meaning we want to do a vertical push and a horizontal push. Our horizontal push is going to be the machine chest press. I really like the chest press machine at Planet Fitness. This one here in particular is really good because depending on your shoulder health, you can change the range of motion. If you have pretty gnarly shoulders, I would bring the handles further up. That way you're still working out your chest and doing an overload progression, but you don't have to worry about hurting your shoulders in the process. Another thing about this machine too, is that it naturally starts wide, and then when you go to the stop of the movement, it comes in. Another key thing to make sure that you're doing when you're doing this exercise is to not flare your elbows out. If you have bad shoulders, this is not going to help you at all. So you want to try and keep your elbows more at a 45-degree angle. Using this machine is what we would call a compound movement. So we don't actually need to do a lot of pushing exercises to work our chest, triceps, and shoulders. We just need 2. This machine press is going to work our chest, our front delts, and our triceps as well. Our vertical push is going to be the shoulder press. When you first look at this machine, you're like, where do I start? Because people grab from here and then people can also grab from here. All of that really depends, again, like the chest press, on your shoulder health. If you have pretty good shoulders, the prone grip or palms down grip is really good for your medial delts. But even if you have bad shoulders, a neutral grip works your medial delts just as well. But if you're saying I still can't do a vertical push because my shoulders are just that bad, well, you can also change the range of motion on this machine. If you want less of a range of motion, you just lower the seat so that way it stops and in good area. If you have pretty good shoulders, you can always just raise it. That way you get more of a stretch on the way down and back up. Now we're moving on to the leg exercises. There's 2 different ones, just like the push and just like the pull, that we want to do. We want to do a squatting movement and we want to do a hip hinge movement. The hip hinge movement is going to focus a little bit more on our glutes and hamstrings, and the squatting movement can also do that, but primarily focuses more on squats. In Planet Fitness, there's 3 different types of leg presses, 2 that you can do and 1 that you shouldn't do. The first one that you can do, and the one that I would suggest you should do, is this plated leg press. The reason is because it's not as heavy as a lot of people think. This plate just by itself is pretty light. Most beginners should be able to just use the plate. And then you just go up from there. You can add a 10, 25, 45, and just keep progressing. It may look a little bit scary at first, but it has a safety on here. And when you feel like you can develop more of a range of motion, you can change where the safety is placed. And also it's really good leg press to do progressive overload. This leg press right here is the one that you shouldn't do as a beginner. And really the only reason is because the beginning weight is very, very hard to do. When I use this machine, I don't put a lot of weight on it just because that's how heavy the starting weight is on this machine. If you've made it this far into the video and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that for me. This is the 3rd leg press machine and the second one that you can do. Really simple setup. All you have to do is just move the pad. If you have bad knees, I would suggest the seat being further away. If you have pretty good knees, you can get it pretty close. Just have your feet shoulder width apart and do your leg press. The reason that you should do the plate loaded leg press instead of this one is because this one does have a limit. If you're a beginner, you can definitely still use this one. As you get stronger and the more you go into the gym, you're gonna wanna use the plate loaded leg press. With our hip hinge movement, we have the hip thrust. Now in this gym, there's one that you should do and one that you should not do. This is the machine that you should do. Really easy setup, but you just put the pad over the loop, put your feet in their proper place, and then they have these safeties that you lift up your hips and you bring the safeties back, and then you can do the exercise. The key is to make sure that you tuck your glutes in at the top of the movement. When you tuck your hips in at the top of the movement, you're going to get a lot better contraction in your glute compared to if you're just moving your hips up and down. This is the hip thrust you should not use. The reason is because I personally hate this machine. The second reason is actually a little bit more logical than that. First things first, this is really uncomfortable for a lot of people. Anyone I've worked with says that this just feels terrible. And why would you do that to yourself? Why would you want to make yourself feel uncomfortable? The second thing is, where am I supposed to grab? What are these for? What is this? Am I supposed to do like this? What is that? The third thing is that you don't get the full range of motion. You're doing just the top of the movement. I mean, you know, I come up and I come down and I've barely done anything. I'm just up here. I'm just up here doing the work. If the glute hip thrust is taken, try out the Romanian deadlift. I actually have a video showing you exactly how to do that, and that works your glutes and hamstrings just fine. Those were the 6 machines that you can do 2 to 3 times a week. That's all you need to do a complete full body workout, and you're going to see results. I mean, you're doing the full body, and I'm the one teaching you. But let me know in the comments what you guys think, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.